Good morning, world. Welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. This has been a fun experience so far. Day 1 was a lot of editing and trying to figure out my process and what works for me. And I've realized that I'm very nitpicky when it comes to my edits. And so I want to be a little bit more, at least the goal for today, with today's edit and today's video for Vlogmas Day 2, is to figure out how to make my edits quicker and streamline the process just a little bit more. Once again, I'll be taking you guys along for the ride. We're going to be headed to the gym once again. I gotta stay on my grind and we'll kind of go from there. But taking off for my drive, you're gonna get my thoughts and we're gonna kind of go from there. So let's see how this one goes. So once again, good morning, world. And my morning thought process today, when I woke up, one thing that I realized that I do a lot is I doom scroll a little bit, where I hear my alarm, I'm up. I was up at 6:30-ish today because my dog woke me up, but I stayed in bed until about 7:15-ish, maybe a little later, because I was just kind of scrolling on TikTok and Twitter, and these always give me a slower start to my mornings. I know that I have a later start in therapy. I don't go in usually until about 2 o'clock. It really makes it a bit difficult to kind of get everything all together when my morning just isn't a quick start. I work out with a friend, his name is Chris V, and Chris V and I work out a lot together. And on the mornings that we do work out together, I'm a lot quicker because I know I have to meet somebody. I know I have a deadline to meet just when it comes to meeting somebody and going to work out with them. And it makes me it makes everything a bit more time sensitive, because it's not just my time that I'm wasting, it's someone else's time. And one thing that I want to learn and that I need to learn is how to be more sensitive of my own time. Like, how can I be more sensitive? How can I be more considerate of the time that I give to myself? Because whenever I'm on somebody else's schedule, I'm anxious. I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to time. And so I get really anxious when on somebody else's timeline and I'm not meeting their times. So whenever I'm going into work, I get anxious if I'm 30 minutes before I have to go in. I start to get a little bit anxious if I'm still on the road. Or I get really anxious when I have dinner plans and I haven't left the house yet in a certain amount of time to get there right on time. Or if it's a reservation, I usually try to be there 10 minutes earlier because I get scared that they're going to cancel it. Something along those lines. And it makes it really difficult for me, and maybe that's why. Maybe I get exhausted trying to keep up with other people's times, that when I have my own time just to myself, it doesn't feel like I have to be anywhere. It doesn't feel like I have to be as time sensitive or be as considerate of my own time because, I'm already so considerate of everybody else's time. Why do I have to rush when it's me, you know? And maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does mess with my psyche a little bit, because then I doom scroll, then I kind of lollygag, then I kind of waste time of my own. I don't think that's the nicest thing I can do for myself. So maybe today's goal at the gym, we're hitting chest and back today, but maybe today's goal at the gym will be to make sure that once again, I stay efficient. I don't waste my own time, because there's still so much to do, right? Like editing these vlogs every day is going to be a task. It's fun. I love the editing process. I think I like the editing process more than I like the recording process. I have to be efficient because I only have so much time every single day. And if I already wasted a little bit of it doom scrolling when I first woke up, then I have to make up for it later down the line. And I think that's a problem that I have pretty consistently, is that I continuously start to push things back, procrastinating in a sense. But I push things back because I think I'll have more time later, rather than, I just don't want to do it. I'll do it later on when I have the deadline. But more so that I think I have more time later to finish the task, and then I end up not having the time to finish the task. And it gets a bit difficult to do everything when I've already pushed it all the way back to the back of the day, right? Also, when it comes to my editing process, I find that yesterday, especially as I was just kind of word vomiting, I didn't have very much intention with how I recorded and what I talked about. And of course, you can get around that with a script, and you can make sure that, everything is kind of fully fleshed out, so that way you kind of know and everything is concise. But I don't think that these are what that is for. My little daily Vlogmas vlogs or videos for this upcoming month has to somewhat be personable, right? Like all of my videos for the most part have been clips of my life, which has been really fun to do. And I'm still trying to figure out what exactly Vlogmas is gonna be for me and consequently for you too. But it is gonna be something in which we're gonna figure it out along the way. And I think I like these little daily things more. But now I just have to once again figure out how to streamline my editing while also being intentional with my recording. And one of those things that I came across is color grading. So my friends will tell you that I am almost obsessive with how I color grade. I always like to make sure that these things look to the way that I envision it, and who doesn't when it comes to any person that makes movies or makes videos, right? Who doesn't like their videos to be according to their vision? Less so with scripts. I don't mind being able to wing that. I don't mind being able to kind of take my time, and if it doesn't come out exactly the way that I wrote it, it's okay. But visually, I find it to be really, really important. And so when I color grade, I really take my time. I've done a few things that make the process a little bit easier, like I'll use different power grades or LUTs or things like that. But yesterday's video had a lot of issues when it came to my color grading process. I think you'll find that within the first shot of me in the car, I was a different color grade, and then when I'm driving on the way to the gym, it's a different color grade, and then in the gym, it's a different color grade, and then everything finally falls back into a similar color grade at the very, very end. And that, to me, wasn't visually great. And it took me, it was a lot of mental gymnastics on whether or not I wanted to release it. But then I said, well, I don't have any more time. There's the recurring theme again, right? I don't have any more time to make another Vlogmas video of my day because I've already lived it. This is where that streamlining process comes into effect of how can I vlog my day every day while knowing that I have to be part, oh come on, merge already, dude. How can I streamline my process while making sure I don't miss parts of my day that are part of the process? That's where we're currently at. How do I streamline my shit? To sum it all up, we're gonna figure out how to better streamline my editing process today. We're going to hit chest and back at the gym. We're gonna be efficient. We're going to become less anxious about recording in the gym through in vivo therapy, which is essentially just exposure therapy. And so by doing it, I will become less scared, and we're gonna have a great day. We're gonna figure everything out. This is Vlogmas day 2. This is gonna be fun. I'll see y'all when I get to the gym. We just finished up at Absolute. Whew, I'm out of breath, mad tired, but it feels good. It feels good to get consistent lifts in. It's taken me a little bit of time to kind of really get back into the swing of things. We're here and it feels great. Time to head back home. I start counseling appointments we're at 2 today. So I have a little bit of time to kind of get everything done, kind of get things in order, get things together. A lot of prep today because I think I'm consistent from 2 to 8 today. And Tuesdays and Thursdays are usually my longest days. I think because I took a week off last week, it'll be extra long this week. But I also have to start ordering stuff for my Secret Santa because I have that this Friday from my work. So a lot to do today, but it's gonna be fun. When we get back in the car, I'll talk a little bit more and we'll go from there. So overall, today's lift was really, really good. Felt a little bit weak at the very beginning. Maybe it was trying to re-hit that flow state or something, or that urge or want to hit that flow state again, but I didn't quite get there today, but that's okay. It was hard in the sense that I was pushing myself, which you should always do when you work out, right? It was definitely something in where I pushed a little bit harder today, and that's something that I don't normally do when I'm just by myself. Normally I push really hard when I'm with Chris V or when I just have that flow state feeling again. But on days like today where I want to lift, but the energy just quite isn't there, it's a little bit harder to do so. We do what we can. It felt really good though. I feel great now. Time to get home, do my thing for a little bit, and head out to counseling. So talk to you guys soon. One thing that I did want to mention is that today I had a lot less fear about recording in the gym, which is a big win, because I talked yesterday about how anxious I was recording in the gym and how nerve-wracking it can be. But today I just kind of said, you know what, I'm gonna just do it. Stop worrying about what other people are thinking and just kind of get it done. And I did. And I was utilizing the DJI Mimo app, which just essentially allows you to use your phone as a second screen, like a monitor for the camera. And that was so helpful. And now I have so many ideas for tomorrow's workout on how I want to utilize that a little bit better. Yeah, I just kind of went in. I'm proud of myself because I went in, I just put the camera down, said, screw it, I'm gonna just start recording. So I did. And that's a little win for today. We'll count that off the list. That was something I talked about before my workout, and that's something that, hey, we did it. Check it off the list. Let's keep it moving. Still into you. Can we just talk a little bit, just like a small little tidbit, sidebar, digression about how much of a genius Gerard Way was, or is, not was, is, dude's still alive. Insane. I won't hear My Chemical Romance song for a good fat minute, right? Like I won't hear it for a while. But then I hear one and I get flung back to like 2011, 2010, whenever the hell My Chemical Romance really took off. There's this part of me, especially when I was in 8th grade, that absolutely just loved rock, punk rock, alternative, alt rock, grunge, that type of feeling. And my God, I don't think anything throws me back further than My Chemical Romance and Blink-182, just to when I was a bit younger. And it happens every time. Like I just listened to that song and bam, I was back in 8th grade Jed's little body, just really emotional, like really, really, really sensitive, more sensitive than I am now, and that's saying something. Those songs, that style of that genre of music just really throws me back. Gerard Way is just a genius. That's all I really had to say. What do y'all think about My Chemical Romance, man? They're so good. This song too. With you, dear Maria, come in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle and on the pen. Also starting a second streak where we see how often I hit the curb. Day 2 did not hit the curb. So we're off to a great start today. One thing that has become fairly synonymous with me as a counselor has been the fact that I always wear a hat. I like to wear very casual things. I wear hoodies. I'm not very dressed up when I go to counseling, and it's because I prefer to have a very comfortable environment where it's kind of like you walk in and you just feel like you're right at home, which is something that I really emphasize when I'm in session. But I wear a different hat every day, and so that's today's hat. So let's go have a good day. So I'm realizing today is probably going to be a Celsius day. I have a fairly consistent stream of clients coming in today, and so it'll be a good, you know, back to back thing, but I still need to finish up yesterday's notes, which I didn't complete because I took too long on the Vlogmas Day 1 edits. I'm gonna need to finish a pretty good handful of notes today too. So I'm ready for the day, and even though the day's halfway over, it's about to be 2 p.m. I'm gonna pop a Celsius, and then we're gonna see how the day goes. But I will update y'all after all of my appointments today, so by the end of tonight. See y'all in a bit. We got the Celsius. And also a secondary heads up, thank you to my friend Jaime and his company at Hashira Studios for a dope hoodie. Go check them out, hashirastudios.com, pretty sure, but super comfy, heavyweight, feels quality, all around great hoodie. Go check them out. I'm in my office, I'm gonna get started. I still got some work to do before sessions start, so I'm gonna get that done. See y'all tonight. And that was day 2 of Vlogmas. It was an eventful day. Had a lot of really good counseling sessions. Felt like I did a lot of really good work. Felt like my clients did an even better job. And in all, I did find a way to streamline my process. I also thought of a lot more creative ideas to use, whether it's at the gym or just little intros or things like that, that I'm excited to utilize in the upcoming videos. Doing this the second day in a row has felt really, really productive. And I'm really happy to be doing something like this. Here's to day 3. Goodbye day 2. See y'all tomorrow.